Hey, Brent, tonight, two strong reserve units. As a player, what are some of the advantages of coming off the bench and playing?
I think, Kevin, if you think about coming off the bench and mentally you're into the game, you'll understand the rhythm of when you check in and where you might be able to take advantage of what they're doing defensively, some of their offensive schemes. You might have seen the sets, so it's important to pay attention while you're on the bench and then come in and impact the game in a positive way.
You can get in the flow of the game without even playing.
Sometimes, and then you also get to play against another team's bench, which can sometimes help you find your rhythm a lot quicker than going up against the starter.
Good point. Here's the starting group for Houston. E.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Harden. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Here is Bledsoe. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. 4-point game. And Tucker has it in the corner. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Harden outside from the wing. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
Here is Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Harden the pass to Tucker. Capella high post. And there's the pass to Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. The Rockets again can't hit. On offense here, the Bucks. It's been 8 unanswered points for him.
When you think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table, that's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Westbrook finds Tucker. Green against Antetokounmpo, and it's Green missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
From deep, Harden. The Rockets again can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Connaughton. Bledsoe outside. .141 left to play here in the first. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Harden. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Another miss by Harden.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
They get it back. And it's Connaughton missing.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Unable to get that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo, and he comes up with the deuce. He's got 10.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Harden's shot is off.
just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. So both teams making some changes here. Gordon with it. There's the dish to Nene. Rejected by Gasol.
Got to respect the reach and length of Pau Gasol. Outstanding job of skying up for that rejection.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step?
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Rockets, Nene is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And there's Gordon, and it's House in at the small forward position. Gordon for three, hits it from three-point range. Gordon's got himself on the board with three there.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer, and with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside. Shumpert against Hill. Pass to Ilyasova. And the three off target. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year. 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done. And they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
Shooting guard Tony Snell, Brent, breaking through as a starter the last couple seasons with the Bucks.
Finally got a long-term contract so he can settle into having a long career in this league. And I think last year handled himself well between being a starter, then coming off the bench, and just being asked to get out there and knock down some threes along with playing some solid defense.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Hill. Middleton outside. And again, the Bucks miss. Rockets trail by 11. Outside Gordon. Here's Shumpert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Last season, not a great one for Shumpert. Missed time due to injury and saw his minutes drop.
Shumpert, a combo guard, has trouble with a defined role on a team. Not really a great shooter, was known as a great defender. Injuries have taken a little bit of that away. He's got to plug back into that mentality and try to be a little bit more of an efficient offensive threat.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Gasol. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. Now a timeout called by Houston. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
For the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Fareed, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Shumpert. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Tucker.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Antetokounmpo. They grab their own miss. Count the basket. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Harden to pass to Westbrook. Off target from outside. Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Gordon deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Harden. Ring shot on the way, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Shots good by Middleton.
Sprinting up the floor and beating everyone down. That's the reward for Chris Middleton.
Harden up top. Sweet little floater. Harden's got his second bucket.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's guarded closely.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Here is Harden. Passes it to Westbrook. Over Bledsoe. And the shot is long. That'll do it for the first half. Bucks lead by 13.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could. And boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Well, it's one thing to drive, but it's another thing to drive and dunk. So let's see if he can keep that going here in the third.
They've got Antetokounmpo. Mirotic is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops it in from the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
To the middle. Westbrook against Bledsoe. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook. The Bucks shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Now here's Bledsoe. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Well, amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Gasol comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Hill in for Pat Connaughton. Fareed's checked in for the Rockets. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Green. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The pass to Antetokounmpo over Green, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Mirotic, and Tony Snell subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Houston also making some changes. House is checked in, and Shumpert in there for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Shumpert. Nene down low. He's up against Gasol. Nene with it. Gasol covering. Shot clock at 5. A second chance effort. They get the rebound. The shot by House is no good. Bucks leading by 12. Hill dishes to Gasol, and that one drops for him. Gasol's got 5 points so far. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
So it's the Bucks now. Amon Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. Snell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. Rockets trail by 14. To the paint. Here's Green. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Green's got 4 points in the quarter. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Pass to Ilyasova. Hill kicks to Snell. Pass to Ilyasova. Now Antetokounmpo. He's got 15. Over Fareed. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Outside House. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside Hill. And the Bucks miss again. Rockets trail by 12. Shumpert passes to House. And he banks in the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Hill. Over House. Here's Antetokounmpo. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
And here is Green. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Green. And so it's Milwaukee going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Tucker in at the 4 spot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Gordon against Middleton from deep Harden, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Gordon against Middleton. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Good D by Westbrook.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Offensive rebound. He's good with the little jumper in close.
Second chance by Russell on the inside. Quick lift off the floor. And that allows him to get the things that other guys can't.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Bledsoe kicks to Mirotic. On the 3 off target. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Westbrook, no good. Milwaukee leading by 5. Middleton outside. Pass to Connaughton. And here's Bledsoe. Now here is Mirotic. He kicks to Middleton. From 10 feet out, Lopez, no luck. Rockets trail by 5. Harden with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. In the corner, it's Gordon. Dishes it to Capella. Here's Tucker. Misses the 3. Bucks have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Down low, Middleton, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 6th assist on the night. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And Bledsoe, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Russell Westbrook.
It's still a blur. Bledsoe with some amazing speed on the floor, excelling at barreling into the defense to pick up the foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And a switch here also for Houston. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Gordon. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Kicks to Harden. Goes up to the stripe. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Antetokounmpo. To the wing on the left. Here's Connaughton. But he stays with it. Here's Mirotic, and finished off by Mirotic.
I like seeing Mirotic get up and throw one down for his ball club.
Rockets trail by 8. Pass to Westbrook. No good on that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Outside Mirotic. Pass to Lopez. Now here is Mirotic. Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. Clock at 6. Over Westbrook. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
and saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 10. There's 49 seconds left in the game. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's got his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Now, here is Harden. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too mmany points, not enough time.
Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Antetokounmpo with the ball. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.